I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now. Lock your eyes on this screen and close your mind to everything else around you as you imagine the exact smell of frozen microfiber towels, cheap citrus degreaser, and the unmistakable, suffocating scent of someone else's success. That was my absolute, unvarnished reality when I was 17 years old, standing in a muddy puddle of freezing runoff water with shoes that leaked, teeth that chattered, and a heavy, bone-deep ache in my lower back that told me I was stuck at the bottom of the world. My name is Mervyn. I am an American. And I was born without a silver spoon, without a trust fund, without family connections, and honestly, without a single clue about how the real world actually operated or how money was made. While my high school classmates were planning spring break trips, buying matching outfits, and picking out dorm decorations for college, I was spent 10 hours a day wiping down leather seats sticky with spilled coffee, vacuuming old French fries out of seat cracks, and staring at dashboards displaying numbers that didn't even feel real to me. I was a car washer at a commercial facility, the guy at the absolute bottom of the professional food chain, the invisible kid who got paid a flat minimum wage of $7.25 an hour to make rich people look good while I felt entirely worthless. Every single afternoon, I'd watch these incredibly wealthy men roll into the wash, stepping out of their pristine luxury vehicles, wearing tailored Italian suits, crisp white shirts, and gold watches that gleamed brilliantly under the harsh neon garage lights. They didn't look stressed, they didn't look tired, and they didn't look like they ever had to check their bank accounts before ordering a meal. They looked like they completely owned the very air they were breathing, while I felt like I was just renting a tiny, miserable corner of it. But something profound shifts inside your brain when you spend all your waking hours cleaning up after millionaires because you start to look at their trash, you start to analyze their habits, and you start to wonder what hidden knowledge they possess that you were never taught in school. My life cracked wide open on a freezing, bitter Tuesday afternoon in November, when my hands were so completely numb from the icy water that I could barely squeeze the plastic trigger on the spray bottle. I was assigned to deep clean the interior of a sleek, midnight blue Porsche 911 Turbo owned by a wealthy regular named Richard, a man who never spoke much, always tipped a crisp $5 bill, and looked like he just stepped off a corporate jet. As I was digging deep under the passenger seat to clear out some stray wrappers, my fingers brushed against a folded piece of thick, high-quality paper that wasn't a receipt, but rather a monthly financial statement from a private brokerage firm. I knew I shouldn't have read it. I knew it was a massive invasion of privacy, but a burning curiosity absolutely consumed me. And when I smoothed out that crumpled paper against my knee, my eyes locked onto a final balance that read exactly $1,427,910.42. My heart completely stopped, the air left my lungs, and I stared at those digits until they blurred together, looking out the windshield to see Richard sipping a hot gourmet coffee in the waiting room, totally unbothered by the universe. That single paper represented more wealth than my entire family had earned over the last 15 years combined. And right there, sitting in the bucket seat of another man's dream car, a painful, burning question took root in my chest. Why him and not me? That night, I couldn't sleep a single wink. I went home to my cramped, drafty room, looked at my actual bank balance of $42.18, and realized that if I kept trading my physical hours for minimum wage, I would be cleaning Richard's car for the next 40 years, because hourly labor simply does not scale. The very next day, when Richard returned for his keys, I swallowed my pride, stepped forward with shaking hands, and asked him directly what the absolute secret was to achieving that level of wealth and freedom. He didn't laugh or dismiss me. Instead, he looked at my wet boots, my tired eyes, and wrote 3 distinct words on the back of a business card. Compound interest, leverage, consistency, telling me that rich people make their money work for them while everyone else works for money, ending with the advice to start small, but start immediately. Those words became my absolute driving obsession, and the moment I turned 18, I drew an iron line in the sand, committing to save and invest exactly $100 every single month into a broad market S&P 500 index fund, prioritizing my future self over every single temporary comfort or social invitation. While my friends used their paychecks to buy loud mufflers, expensive sneakers, and fast food, mocking me for being a cheapskate, I quietly deposited my money month after month, understanding that a skyscraper's foundation is built deep underground where nobody can see it. By the time I turned 20, my relentless work ethic earned me a promotion to the high-ticket detailing bay, where I mastered paint correction and ceramic coatings, allowing me to double my monthly investment to $200 while maintaining my bare minimum lifestyle, without a single dollar of lifestyle inflation. At age 22, my income grew further as I began taking on private detailing clients on weekends, moving my monthly investment up to $300, watching the portfolio cross into a substantial five-figure sum, where the compound returns finally began generating real, noticeable growth on their own. I realized I was successfully breaking out of the labor trap, seeing my saved dollars as tiny financial employees working 24 hours a day for me, without ever calling in sick or taking a break. Driven to pour pure gasoline on this growing fire, I took a massive gamble at age 23, using my emergency savings to buy professional mobile detailing equipment, launching Mervin's Precision Detailing from the trunk of my car, providing premium, ultra-convenient driveway transformations for country club executives. Within 6 months, my weekend hustle completely out-earned my full-time job, but instead of buying a flashy new truck or upgrading my apartment, I kept my expenses locked down and pushed my monthly investments to an astronomical $1,500 to $2,000 every single month. I survived a brutal stock market crash during this period when my portfolio suddenly dropped 30% in value. While everyone around me panic sold their shares, I remembered Richard's calm demeanor, recognized the downturn as a massive clearance sale, and poured every dollar of my business cash flow into the market, buying elite American companies at an extreme discount right before the economy rebounded sharply. By age 27, my schedule was so entirely booked that I officially transitioned from a manual operator to an enterprise business owner, renting a state-of-the-art commercial studio and hiring an ambitious team of detailers to handle the physical labor, while I focused on brand scaling and systems. Finally, on an ordinary, quiet Thursday morning when I was 29 years old, I sat at my office desk sipping coffee while the hum of buffers echoed below me, logged into my main brokerage account, and stared at a final balance of $1,427,910.42, mirroring the exact figure that had changed my life 12 years prior. I didn't celebrate with luxury purchases because I realized that the true value of $1 million isn't the material objects it can buy, but the absolute, unyielding freedom to control your own time, say no to unaligned opportunities, and secure your family's future against any economic storm. This entire journey is a repeatable blueprint for anyone watching. You must kill the consumer mindset immediately, establish a non-negotiable line to pay yourself first, trust the boring mechanics of index fund investing, aggressively scale your active income through high-value skills, and master the extreme patience required to survive the flat years of the wealth curve. Time is going to pass you by no matter what you choose to do today, and you can either remain trapped in the exhausting cycle of paycheck-to-paycheck survival, or you can decide right now to make your financial freedom completely inevitable through daily discipline and relentless consistency. I was just an ordinary American kid with a bucket of soapy water and a sponge, and if a 17-year-old car washer can crack the code to become a self-made millionaire before 30, there is absolutely no excuse why you cannot step up, take control, and rewrite your own financial destiny starting today.